What happens when private greed takes over in space? This is what we see in season 4 of For All Mankind. I've been doing a full rewatch and I'm now at season number 4. My name is Sasha, and this is my recap and review. As always, I'm gonna start with the spoiler warning. If you haven't seen season 4 of For All Mankind, I would suggest you to put this video on pause and go watch it. In the now usual news clipping montage at the beginning of the season, we see that Jerry Maguire still exists in this alternate timeline and that Hillary Clinton divorce bill. Ellen Wilson win her re-election bid in 1996, and then she goes on to sign the M7 Treaty and legalize same-sex marriage. Al Gore ends up defeating George W. Bush in 2000, and he solidifies the US USSR cooperation, bringing the end of the Cold War, at least for the time being. Lastly, Helios pioneers a breakthrough in technology that shortens the travel time to Mars, removing the so called Mars window, and then they begin manufacturing aluminium on Mars. Now, the season starts with a major setback on Mars as the capture mission of an asteroid that was meant to be mined for valuable minerals and help justify continued activity on Mars fails and bring doubts on the future of Mars activities. This directly leads to Daniel Poole coming out of retirement and being appointed as Mars base commander to shake things up. When Daniel arrives on Mars, tensions are already high. A clear divide has formed between the privileged elites living above ground in Happy Valley and the Helios worker forced to live below the surface, many of whom are now dealing with pay cuts following the reduction in Mars operations. Things escalate further with the discovery of a new asteroid rich in iridium, Goldilocks. The M7 nation must decide what to do with it. Their initial plan is to capture the asteroid and Mars orbit, ensuring long term activity and investment on the red planet. But mounting costs and long timeline ultimately push them toward a different decision, redirecting Goldilocks into lunar orbit instead. Margot Madison, who survived the bombing at the end of season 3 and who has been living in the USSR working for Roscosmos, chooses to come out of hiding and put her talent and experience to the mission. The decision to cut Mars out of the Goldilocks operation enrages the worker on Mars. Led by Ed Baldwin and Dev Ayesa, a resistance begins to form, and they come up with a plan designed to force Goldilocks to remain into Mars orbit. I'll stop there. You'll have to watch the season to see how it all plays out. What I like about this season is that the political cost of space exploration finally comes into play. Space exploration is no longer treated just as a purely noble pursuit. In season 4, we see the political maneuvering, the cost, and the corporate interest. I also like the complexity and moral ambiguity the Goldilocks asteroids brings into play. What should be the motivation behind space exploration? Is it to better life on Earth, or it's to create a new world on Mars? Also, finally, the writers are doing a great job balancing the legacy characters that we already love, but who are getting older with all of the in between season time jump, and the newer generation of character. My biggest issue with season 4 is that it has a too big focus on class warfare. It overshadows the sense of wonder and the science of the space setting. It just feels more generic. It was probably done on purpose, but in terms of set design, the lower level of the Mars base Happy Valley feels like it was taken out of the Hunger Game bunker. Lastly, the Margot Madison storyline, at least the one that takes place in the USSR, is paced just too slow. In terms of acting, my 3 stars would go as follow. In third place, it would be Ren Schmidt as Margot Madison. In second place, it would be Carol Pena as Aleida Rosales. And in first place, it would be Chris Marshall as Daniel Poole. While I'm disappointed in the importance the class conflict has on the storyline, the fact remains that Season 4 is a strong entry and deserves a watch. For now, Season 4 ranked third, right behind Season 1 and 2, but in front of Season 3 in my own rankings. Do you agree with that? Just comment below. If you enjoyed this video, give it a like and subscribe. For now, ciao.